This project was sparked by an observation that older drivers have more difficulty turning their heads to look over their shoulders. Due to the design of certain channelized right turn lanes, older drivers may be having more crashes because of how much they need to turn their heads to observe oncoming traffic. The objective of the research was to determine if a relationship exists between crashes and the characteristics of right turn lane design, with specific consideration of the age of the driver. Several documents, including the recently published Federal Highway Administration 2014 Handbook for Designing Roadways for the Aging Population, states that older drivers have difficulties in turning their head to see upstream gaps in a merge situation. The goal of this project was to provide support for that observation using Texas crash data. The research team used crash data of selected intersections in Texas for a 6-year period, from 2009 to 2014, to perform this study. The types of right turn lane design considered for analysis included shared lanes with islands, shared lanes with islands and a dedicated downstream lane, a right turn lane with an island, and a right turn lane with an island and a dedicated downstream lane, and then we used shared lanes as a case base. The examination of the distribution of drivers by miles driven and by involvement in right turn related crashes showed that younger drivers were involved in more crashes despite driving less than other age groups. This could be representative of the inexperience or the likelihood of risk-taking behaviors of younger drivers. For most of the comparisons, the distribution of drivers by age showed similar patterns regardless of the type of right turn treatment or other right turn lane characteristics studied. Younger drivers are having a disproportional number of crashes. The distribution of driver age by width of the channelizing island did indicate that the widest channelized islands might be associated with more older driver crashes. A larger sample size or a different study method, perhaps a before and after method, might be needed to verify this observation. A field investigation, along with a safety before-after study, could also illustrate whether older drivers have greater difficulties or compensate for the difficulties by positioning their vehicles differently on the approach, or perhaps avoiding these intersections altogether. This research supports the need to continue the investigation into how intersection geometric features, such as channelized island dimensions, could be associated with more crashes for older drivers.